the listeners in.
But here's the thing. You know,
Get him a bus ticket. You'll buy a bus ticket for somebody to go.
Had I known what a Rocky Mountain oyster was before I ever bit into one, I probably wouldn't have ever tried it.
Right.
But now, knowing how much I had 15 of them. I loved every bit of it.
Oh,
you know, knowing how good they were, I might bite into them again. You know.
Did you say I'm so happy? I'm so happy. You know what I'm talking about, John?
I think I follow you, Lenny. I think I follow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I didn't get sick. I'm still alive. You know.
Now,
Yeah.
were they popular with the rest of the party, or did you have them to yourself?
I was the only person who ate them. But then again, I was probably the only person who didn't know what they were.
Now, did you know they were Rocky Mountain oysters, and you just didn't know what Rocky Mountain oysters were?
They had this big sign right on top of the, there's like a steam tray.
Right.
And it just said Rocky Mountain oysters and some, fancy sign.
Right.
And that was it. There was no clue, no ingredients, no.
Well, I think everybody knows
nutrition facts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you have to know that the mountains aren't known for their oysters, so it has to be something else. And testicles. Wow.
Yeah.
So, what do you do for a living up there in Wisconsin, Dan?
Well, right now I'm going to school full time. I'm doing that whole Montgomery GI Bill thing.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I'm a professional student.
Oh, what are you studying?
I'm going to be an educator.
Oh, a teacher.
Well, at least that's the plan. So, yeah.
What's your grade range?
I'm looking at secondary education, high school, and I want to teach science.
Oh, okay.
So that's my goal anyway. Hopefully, it works out for me. And
just general science or physics, biology, anything in particular?
Well, actually, what it was, I had in the 9th grade, I had one teacher. It was for earth science, Mr. Jorgensen. He was kind of a perv, but he was just a really, really good teacher. And just like he opened his mouth to speak, and you listened to him because he always had something really interesting to say. And something about he made me love school. He made me love coming into science class, and I don't know. I think I don't know. Just it's something I want to do what he did.
Right.
But
well, that's pretty good. So, on your now, where are you going to school? Is it University of Wisconsin?
Yeah. Well, it's one of a smaller campus, part of the University of Wisconsin system.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go to a song here, Dan. Thanks for calling in.
Did we just lose Lenny?
We lost Lenny, but he'll be back. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
All right. Coming up, we get Van Halen right now. And thanks for listening, Dan. Welcome back, Lenny.
Yeah, hey, I had to run upstairs to go to the bathroom because I couldn't use the bathroom down here because my bicycle's in it.
Oh,
Why is my
okay.
bicycle in the bathroom? Right? Well, it's
Yeah.
because I have cats, right? I don't, and they.
Slow down, Lenny. Your bicycle is in the bathroom because you have cats.
Right, because the cats.
Now, the average layman would not understand how that works.
Well, the cats have a tendency that they like to sharpen their claws on stuff.
Okay.
And one of the things that kind of stand out that they like to do is like to put their claws out, stretch, and put their claws on the bike tires.
And it hurts the bike tires? And the bike tires
flatten tires?
Really?
It could.
I thought the bike tires are pretty thick. I didn't think a cat claw was gonna.
Well, I mean, they're not like automobile tires. I mean, they're thick, but
Yeah,
who
but
knows?
I didn't think it'd be that bad. But I guess they could.
I mean, it's inner tube.
Yeah. But that was. Do you recognize that? Well, obviously, you recognize the song. Do you know where that song came from? The product.
That's a song of the. That's the Blue Angels made that song.
No, that's
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi. That's where we're going. Crystal Pepsi. Do you remember that one? I never actually had the pleasure of tasting Crystal Pepsi. It went away before I even
got a chance.
Yeah.
Was it made specifically for that?
No. But that was like the theme song for they used in the ads.
Yeah.
And then in I guess on SNL they did a big spoof on it with Crystal Gravy, which is pretty funny. This big, glutinous, thick, clear gravy, which is pretty funny.
Crap.
You never saw that one?
No, I did not.
I'll have to look that up and put it up on the put that up on our webpage. Dan from Wisconsin actually suggested that when he heard the song. I mean,
that's awesome.
When I take it back, it was pretty funny because they did the commercial just like the Crystal Light commercial, or the Crystal Light, the Crystal Pepsi commercial, but it was gravy and it was pouring out thick and with lumps and.
Oh wow! Now,
good stuff.
I don't understand why the Crystal Pepsi went away. I mean, that actually caramel coloring is like what partially gives you your kidney stones. I never got a taste of it. I don't know if it tasted different. Or if people I don't think it did. I don't think
people
it did.
just didn't go for it. I think it would be. People would be more prone to drink it because all that water stuff's in the thing to do now. So, if you're drinking,
I bet you it would work if they reintroduced it.
I don't think they probably want to take that chance again. It was like I think that was like the Coke debacle when they changed to New Coke. Everybody went up in arms.
Yeah, I remember somebody was going to have a lawsuit.
I don't know. It was crazy, but they didn't last very long. I guess they wanted it to taste more like Pepsi, but people like Coke because it didn't taste like Pepsi because it was not as sweet.
Yeah, it's like more of a bitter cinnamon. I don't know. What would you say it tastes like? I mean,
it tastes like cola. Whatever cola tastes like, it tastes like cola, but it's just not as. Pepsi has like a lot of. I mean, they both have a lot of sugar, but it's not as sweet as Pepsi. It's more of the cola flavor than the sweet flavor.
Right.
But I've been off soda for since the beginning of March.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I cold turkey. I quit, and anybody that knows me knows that was not an easy thing.
No, I wouldn't imagine.
No, it wasn't. But speaking of Coke, I read in the news today. There's a Nimrod somewhere. I don't know where they were, but picked up an old stock certificate at an estate sale. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, it wasn't electronic. If you bought stocks, you got an artwork, looked like artwork. It was a certificate, pretty fancy, like an award.
Yeah,
how many shares?
Yeah, it looked like your good citizenship award.
Yeah, something to frame and put up on your wall. And I guess he saw one of these at an estate sale and bought it. And the actual stock was for Palmer Union Oil Company, which had gone out of business years ago. So I guess this guy Tony Moron, he did some research, and he somehow traced this stock and calculated based on splits and buyouts and everything that I think he had like 1,600 shares of this Palmer Union Oil Company,
right,
was transferable now to 1.8 million shares of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I didn't catch how that happened.
Well, it was a trail of companies that have been bought out by other companies, and I guess it was a real way. I mean, you could really link it up to Coca-Cola, but the fact that he has this old stock certificate doesn't necessarily mean that it's still legit, since most of the companies that led him to Coca-Cola, from this Palmer Union Oil being bought out by other companies and going under and whatnot, doesn't mean that certificate's still valid, because I guess it has like a title on a car. You have a space where you can sign it over to somebody else. So that space was blank on the one he bought, so he filled his name in and sued Coca-Cola for the 1.8 million shares, which is worth about $130 million.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And Coca-Cola has returned the favor and sued him back, saying, no, you can't just find a stock certificate somewhere and claim that you own Coca-Cola.
So through a series of buyouts and takeovers.
Right.
Now, obviously, the companies never actually went out of business, right? They would have had to have been consumed by others, right?
Right.
I would assume. I mean, I read the article. They didn't really get into depth about the trail.
It would be something you'd have to research. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm assuming this portion, but is that typical? Is that?
Well, a lot of times, if you say you bought, IBM back in the beginning, 100 shares of IBM, it would be worth, potentially millions today.
Right.
But to keep that trail accurate is difficult to do, especially if you're buying it from somebody else, because who knows, if that was converted over to an electronic certificate and not an actual paper